Yo, we speed running. How?
Because it's late and I've been working, bruh.
But we speed running.
So, yeah, let's just try out these zones, baby. This is like, this is not a great zone, but this is just what's below. So I kind of saw what happened on this higher time frame today. Doesn't look like a great day to trade, but I didn't see what happened on the micro, so let's see. You know? Okay. My bedtime alarm just went off. Yeah, that's not really a great sign. Cat's messing with. Everybody's biting shit, man. Yeah, there you go. You mad? You mad? Okay. Okay. These red channels in. My cat is gonna ruin this speed run, bro. She's geeking right now. A bit of an uptrend pre-work. Okay. Break out of the uptrend to the upside, baby. And the profile. Yeah, we'll see, man. It'd be cool to jump into a prop challenge this week, but I know like we've only been trading this stuff for 2 weeks. Um, so no, it's certainly jumping the gun a little bit. You can see this is already a pretty fucked up profile. Like there's obviously a point of control, but like it's just this big lump of volume in this value area. Like besides the point of control, there's a couple of other very clear high volume levels that are almost as strong. So it's like kind of a fakey to the upside. I feel like I lost brain cells over the weekend. I'm gonna draw in the second one now. 9:30. Yeah, so I'm thinking like I don't know. We broke out of that trend and then went straight to the bottom. Kind of built up some volume there. We have a crazy return back up. So maybe like we draw this out, see what happens when we get here. If we get there. Oh, looks like yeah, that's the point of control now. So like a lot of volume happened there. Okay. Okay. I don't hate that. this boy. So I think like this might be worth a little try. This kind of looks like an uptrend. Let's try it out. Supply zone, point control. I think maybe use the point control here as like a stop. Let's get a little closer there. And then our risk can be less appalling. Yeah, horrible. Horrible. Immediate L. Yeah. Bless you. Yeah, so it just like popped out. Maybe we should have tried to adjust it to. No, it didn't even get up there. I'm dumped. I was gonna say value area high, but it didn't even get to the value area high. Yeah, like what the hell? Who knows? I mean, I'm looking at this volume profile and I don't know what's make of it. Oh man. No, okay. I mean, yeah, now it looks like it's gonna go up there because we just didn't use that zone as our target, as our stop. That was a little silly. Okay, well, goes back inside the green channel. From about the QWAP. I'm curious how high this goes because it looks like it does kind of, look like it uptrend continuation. Well, how would you look at that? So really, like, that was pretty arbitrary on my part to use the point of control as stop. But really, you need to be doing this. And then like, let's see if it does hit 1-to-1. I'm just gonna leave that there because I lost. Let's see if that hits. That would be like back to the top of the channel here. No one anymore. There you go. That hits. So yeah, that was literally just trade mismanagement. Okay. But see, I mean, is it the worst thing ever? We still know that would work if you use the proper stoppage there. So even the 1-to-1, which was like, but the truth is, like, if this is an uptrend, if we're taking the formation of like these lower lows, these higher lows to be an uptrend, just not happening the way that we thought it would happen, but this is still a higher low compared to these, then we could expect it to break that, right? So, a little silly there with that. Okay, we're still in an uptrend, but we did see like this kind of zone form, supply zone. I'm just gonna draw it out. And we're also getting up to this area. And the volume up there looks, there's a little bit of there's actually a node exactly like at the bottom of that. So let's pay attention to that. High volume node right at the bottom of that. And that, oh, interesting. Okay. So this actually could have been like a little bit of a short. Robin. I think it's not. Like it's a little risky because like we haven't hit the top of the We haven't hit the top of either of these channels. But volume, that's a decent supply zone, and volume profile kind of supports this situation right here. And I was drawing out this zone, but it turns out this is actually a rejection of that zone back here. Let's see how far you can take this. You can certainly take a 1-to-1. So, yeah. But I do think that's risky. Because of the, we don't know how high this could go. We don't know if it's going to go straight up to the top of this. We're definitely in some kind of an uptrend, even though things are overall like a little wicky, kind of grind it up there, but maybe grinding it up there is reason to, it wasn't a lot of conviction. That's sketchy, but I think take it with like a little less weight. Make sure he doesn't shit on the road again. Okay. That turns out to break out a couple of lows and such. And I'm trying to think, like, now that we're back down here, do you want to go long? If that turns out, I don't know. There's a little bit of a high volume out there. I think it could go lower. Maybe it could go to the bottom value area low. I don't know. I'm a little sketched out about that without a good demand zone. But good bounce. Okay. So I was right to be sketched out there. And that long up here turned out to work out really nicely if you held it. And yeah, this long is no longer super awesome. I don't think it was super awesome to begin with, but I think this action is also kind of wicky. It's a little sideways. It's not sideways, obviously, like it's making legs, but it is. There's just a lot of wicks here. And then yeah, we're just fucking going crazy with it. And there's not great volume for this zone, so I'd be cautious about that. It's a good price action zone, but there's not a lot of volume behind it. So yeah, that short, even though it seemed risky, was actually the fucking top of a deep move down. Obviously, let's just see what's going on here. I would no longer be trying to catch any falling knives or anything. Yeah, I wouldn't be trying to catch any longs here. Just don't hold on hope that that's going to recover. I mean, it could bounce. Like it looks like there might be volume here. Let's actually see what. Yeah. So you see, I mean, never ceases to amaze me. That's the point of control right there. And they're kind of seeing a little bit of a reaction. I think like if it does bounce long, maybe this is where, but That was over the weekend, actually. So yeah, I wouldn't put a lot of stock in a long period unless. Oh man, I was just saying don't long, but we're starting to see like a little bit of a bounce out of this baby zone here. This zone is kind of supported by volume right here. It's kind of right before like a little bit of a gap, so it's a decent zone. This one is supported by volume, but not great. So I'm gonna get rid of this one too. But what's funny here is, this might work out as a 1-to-1. Oh, it does. Like just fucking barely. You take 0.9. Let's just see if it goes up there. So you can get like just a tiny bit out of that. That's one where you try to catch the falling knife. He's just always doing shit, you know? He just be doing evil shit. Coming to here. Ticks off of that volume right there. So I think this could be a good short. Maybe why wouldn't we take this short? I kind of a strong impulse upwards. But I think if this is the bottom, maybe we'll come back down a little bit. It it's not like a perfect. Well, that volume's not great. Volume's not great to back up that zone right here. Let's see what happens here. That came so close. I mean, that is just painful. There you go. I mean, that is just fucking painful right there, right? But that worked out. Yeah, I think just not great volume. And that's another one that comes so close to ticking that 1-to-1. If you get like a perfect hand. I guess if you get right on the close there, you would be okay, excellent. But that's perfect. That's in a perfect world, as it were. Okay, we'll leave that. Why? Because you won that one? Yes. It's now 1 o'clock. Look at the volume. It's like there now. Now it's like kind of the edge of a volume area. This is like it's turning into a new kind of lump. I wouldn't call this a bell curve, but there's definitely a steep drop off like above this price area. So yeah, I think that helps. And then kind of a node forming here. So like, oh, this out here. So I guess I was kind of expecting there would be not much going on today. There were some. Oh yeah, I think there was. I don't know if it was scheduled news, but there was like some Trump stuff around 1:30 too. So let's be cautious there. But broke the low, whatever that was. You get lucky because that just hit your target, or it hit it back here if you're not a goober like me. Yeah, I mean, it's just there is some direction. I guess it's not that bad today, but like it just feels super wicky. And then let's see if that breaks that high. I haven't been paying attention to the reg channels that much, but that turned into like, okay, so here it's not touching, but that turned out to look like just perfectly bounce off. That doesn't help you that much in hindsight, but that also makes you think that it's with price breaking back into the reg channel now, maybe we're just gonna shoot down. Doesn't break that high. And then you come back into here. I mean, we didn't break that high. Didn't break that high. We're right at the green reg channel. I think I would avoid taking a long. You're kind of at the edge of a price of volume there, though. So I think like high low, high low, high low, high low, high low. Can't break this. I think you could take like a low, like take like a 1 MN here. Just take super low risk. Take a super low risky thing here. But that could be asking a lot, honestly. You hate to see it just like consolidate right away. Doesn't look good. Oh my God, would you look at that? So I like that it's leaving a very low volume area. You see, like, even though price was down here a lot, like we've done this big down move. Price was in these areas down here a lot, but that's all the volume that happened down there. It's like not a lot. And really sharp decrease, like right where that demand zone was formed. And that demand zone's off the midline. But reason enough, take a little low risky. And now you might be thinking that actually this is reversing with that high being broken. Yeah, boys. It was right to the top of that. Blue channel, and it does kind of look like there was all this consolidation, then we broke out. This kind of looks like, hey, my God, Jesus, my keyboard. Maybe if it like bounces up here, you could kind of take it, but I don't know about that. For philosophical and technical reasons, I don't know about that demand zone. Turn on the PC. Yeah, I mean, it's looking like a nice upward curve now for sure. Where are we going to see it retrace and a bounce? Yeah. That really became the low though? No, it was up here. Okay. So it did break through yesterday's previous day point of control, but not by much. So it's just like a nice area where you could, let's see what, I really hate how like, this is so hard to see. So obviously this was Friday to Sunday. If we could see the complete picture, like maybe if it shot up here and you could draw a zone there, then you could have like a higher time frame zone to go off of. But I won't speculate on that. But if you do see that, be aware. Am I hungry, or is it just like I feel like I should? What? Okay, so we're seeing a little bit of something going on. It's getting late in the day. I think there was that news coming up. If it didn't already happen, that was certainly something back here. There's like a little bit of there's a node right there. So I'm gonna draw this in. Yeah, like here's a node. Decent volume gaps on either side, but this one is pretty deep. And there's the point of control above. So it's like, are we going to point of control? You also could have held this long. Yeah, I think if you do have a contract long, like I think VWAP's a great place to get out in general, like as one of your targets. It might respect it, it might not. It certainly has a reaction and it'll break through. I don't know. Oh my god, he's shitting on Flout. Yeah, that boy duked on the Flout. So, anyways, I feel like I haven't been using the right channel today too much, and maybe like you don't need to all the time. I mean, obviously, like the blue one, where not respecting too much, but I am curious to see here if this like confirms this kind of downtrend now that we're at the top or not. Jesus Christ, what the hell? Okay, well, I also would not be keen on taking a trade at this point just because of it's late in the day and you already got bullet dubs there. And this is a pretty strong uptrend. We could just reverse. Could reverse all the way up. You can catch a falling knives both ways, if that makes sense. If a knife fell upwards, you can still catch it and get cut. Be not catching it. But that's a lower high. It is struggling right in a key area. I don't know about the volume profile. I'm not crazy about that. And we're getting wicks down here too, so could kind of go either way. Yeah, you're not getting great signal to go short. and it's 1511. So I mean, two pretty clean legs today. It just keeps going. I mean, really. Like, does anything happen here? This is a pretty messy profile, I'd say. I'm trying to see if I want to draw this demand zone, but I don't think so. Yeah, that's just going to take you into the. It might actually bounce here off of this consolidation and off of VWAP, but again, that volume profile is kind of like that. It looks a little better on a lower time frame, but bounce off that Z. Oh no. So again, like sometimes I feel weird having. I feel like I mainly look at the how the volume profile conflates with supply and demand, and then just look at that reaction though. Didn't go anywhere. That reaction. And then just volume profile, supply and demand. And then the regs are kind of like, I guess, confluence for me, or just like kind of a way to see the overall trend. I think, might be helpful to do some like. I kind of haven't done it just because I'm lazy on a single screen and I don't want to flip back and forth. But that is true laziness on my part. But so what are we saying here? Wait, why? I did draw this out, right? But it was an L. Right? Did I just draw it out wrong? So you can take a 1-to-1 out this. Like, I guess. Okay, I guess that one's really dependent. I was going to draw this back in as a loss. Okay, we'll count it as a loss because I remember drawing it that way. But if you buy in here for like a perfect 1-to-1, you'd be okay. Strangely enough. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna tally this bitch up. To the big L right here. And we'll take our big L and that was 37 points. Should have shorted that. Let's just remember this. I mean, now it's value area high. I don't think it was before, but it did have like I think value area high was down here and it was just like poking out. So between we want to remember why we took these good trades over here. Yeah, so it poked out a value area high again to that high volume node, or it formed it. Oh, there was a node right there. Bounced down, supply zone. Just didn't want to stay up there. yeah, so I think I was saying it was risky because of that short term boy, but yeah, and it's just not hitting the highs of these channels. You don't know because it could, but like it just ain't. It just ain't. That's a good one to take. But that long down here, that was 37. And that was literally just user error. That was stupid. Mouse 35. So yeah, this could have been like a pretty darn good day despite all the kind of consolidation. But I think we might come out on top. Just because of, and like maybe we're just lucky that we won on the bigger ones. But that's what happened, baby. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's just taking 1-to-1s. Yeah, like I feel like this one's a little bit lucky, but if you're executing properly on these, like I'm tired as fuck right now. Not that I'm trading live, but you know, you still like, I feel like even when I'm not performing, I still get like at least 50% with this and come out with a decent P&L. Like the last one, I thought we blew our shit up on. And it turned out to be like 100 points that we came out on top of. I mean, Jesus, man. You know? So, not too bad. Could have been better if we were download. That was in 70. Wait, what? Oh, I'm silly. Wait, what?
Yeah.
I fucked this up. Oh, see how silly I am. Okay, so we got stopped out like right. Okay, so that actually sucks. 26, still not bad. Not horrible. Did we do this right? Yeah. 35, 70. Yeah, okay. So not horrible. Bad performance. Because that could have been 67 points. Yeah, but could have, would have, should. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I like it, man. Like, I'm just trying to decide how lucky I've been and how much of this is reg channels, how much of this is volume profile, you know? But, I mean, what happened down here? I thought that was maybe a reversal. Then right here, there's the midline there. I'm just trying to see where the right channel would have made something make sense, but no, not really. I mean, why? I think maybe because price was kind of like, it starts to make a little more sense when you draw it out for the whole day, but still, like, why wasn't it touching the top there? So I think maybe this is a day where you need to redraw, like, after you see this happening, maybe it's time to redraw. That still doesn't help you on the way down, though. You know? Doesn't help you on the way up either. And yeah, I don't know. Just one of those days. All right.